Hi Coach, my name is Michals. I graduated in 2016. I would love to play baseball at your college and also study zoology. I hope you enjoy my video profile. I've been playing baseball since about 8 years old. I started in a youth league like most people. I went on to play Little League at about 9. I made the Little League All-Star team at 12. Then I went on to play club ball and develop my skills. I started playing high school ball at about 14, and I was a varsity starter starting my sophomore year. First base, that's my main position. It's an easy position to play, but it's also very important. You got to be able to back up, you got to be able to get cuts so runners don't advance on you, because if there's runners on the bases, that's how they score runs. I also like it because you're so close to the base to make the out, so ground balls, you can just get in front of them and body them up and you'd have time still to get the out. My work ethic, I go to the cages about 3 or 4 times a week. We have weight training days for our high school. We have games about 3 or 4 times a week. And then off the field, I'm studying for my SATs currently, and I always do my homework and get it done. It's important to have education go in front of your baseball, because that's something that will stay with you your whole life, is your education. So I feel like off the field is just as important as on the field. I think that the fact that I'm so academically invested makes me different from other players, because the coaches never have to worry if I'm able to play or if I'm doing all my work in class. So I feel like that's an important asset to have. I'm not entirely decided on my field of study, but I've been hoping on maybe doing zoology or biology or something like that, and maybe possibly working in a zoo later on in my future. Personally, my strengths on the field, I'm a very good hitter. I drive in a lot of runs, and I think also it's important to be powerful off the field, so I'm pretty academically invested. I have a pretty high GPA, and I work a lot off the field, so I think those are both important. I think what makes me a good hitter is I have a lot of power. I'm a big kid. I can drive the ball to all the different gaps. And I think my favorite pitch personally is probably a fastball on the outside of the plate to get my hands extended. That way you can drive it up the middle, you can drive it to right center. It's a very nice pitch to hit to get your hands extended. I can drive the baseball to the gaps, I can drive in runs, I can move runners over. I can do basically a lot of things that would constitute a good hitter. My favorite baseball moment, I was 12 years old and we were playing in the first game of the All-Star tournament, and we won 19-0, and I hit 4 home runs, a home run cycle, a solo home run, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run, and a grand slam in the same game. Support of my family and friends is vital. Out there on the baseball field, when you're on the mound, when you're at the plate, it's just you up there. So having it off the field is great, because baseball is a game of failure, so they're going to be able to help you through that, even though sometimes you're going to feel down, you're in a slump, and they'll be able to keep you up, and they'll be able to get you to go back out there every day. Pitching, because it's the main idea of the game. You can't win without a good pitcher, so I like to be in the action all the time and be able to make pitches and be able to help my team win. I throw 3 pitches, and I'm currently working on a 4th. I throw a fastball changeup splitter, and I've been working on a slider, and I can throw about 80 miles an hour currently. I feel like a good fastball is good to establish an at-bat, but off-speed pitches are just as important. Changeups to get a hitter off balance, and splitters are my go-to pitch with 2 strikes, because they're hard to hit and they come out of your hand just like a fastball. Personally, my favorite positions are first and pitcher. They just keep you in the game a lot. First base, you get a lot of throws over there. You get a lot of ground balls. Pitcher, you're in control the whole game. You throw every pitch. Nothing happens unless you're on the mound, so I like those positions just because they keep you interested in the game. Third base, I like getting the hot shots over at third base. It's a fun position to play. You get a lot of ground balls over there too, and you can be able to knock those down just as easily. It's a very important position. Third base is the closest to where you're going to score, so if you can keep them off the third base, that's one of the most important things. Education will stay with you your whole life, and even when you're not playing baseball anymore, because everybody gets too old to play baseball eventually, but everybody can keep an education for their entire life. So I feel like that's important because it stays with you your whole life. You can go a lot more places with an education. You can do a lot more jobs. You can meet a lot more people. So I always feel like education should go first in front of baseball, even though baseball is very important. I play baseball because it's important to me. I love to win. I love to compete. It's just a sport that I've grown up with, and I enjoy playing it.